Ladies, people often think intimacy tells the whole story, but the truth is that the meaning behind it depends on the man's intentions. Many women misunderstand what a man is showing when he becomes physically close because the moment feels emotional, powerful, and personal. The mistake happens when you assume the moment equals commitment or that closeness equals clarity. A man can reach for you physically without being ready to reach for you mentally or emotionally. That is where confusion begins, and that is why you need to understand what a man is really showing you through his actions outside the passionate moments. A lot of men use intimacy as an entry point because it is easy. It takes no planning, no long term thinking, and no emotional vulnerability. Physical closeness is the one place where many men feel comfortable because they can hide everything else behind it. They can hide insecurity, immaturity, fear of commitment, and even a lack of genuine connection. Some men use physical access as a shortcut to get what they want without ever giving you what you need. When a man behaves like that, the act itself does not hold deep meaning for him. It is simply a convenience. It is a moment he can enjoy without offering anything back. That type of man is not building a bond. He is borrowing your trust. He is using your openness without honoring the responsibility that comes with it. A mature man thinks differently. He understands that intimacy is not a game. He knows it affects emotions, self-worth, trust, and expectations. When a grown man chooses to be physically close with a woman, he recognizes that he is entering a personal space that deserves honesty and respect. He sees it as something important. He understands that crossing boundaries carries consequences. A man like that will not treat the moment like it is separate from the rest of your relationship. He knows that responsibility does not disappear after the excitement ends. He knows that your emotions matter long after the moment fades. That kind of man will be careful with your heart because he understands the weight of connection. The true meaning of a man's intentions can be seen when the physical moment is over. Does he check on you? Does he care about your feelings? Does he make you feel safe, or does he disappear into himself the second the moment is done? What he does after intimacy reveals his real mindset. Some men show warmth in the moment and coldness after. Some men show passion in private and distance in public. Some men show interest when they want something and silence when you need understanding. A man who behaves like that is not offering love. He is offering temporary comfort. He is avoiding responsibility while benefiting from the parts of you that are easiest for him to access. You deserve better than confusion. You deserve better than mixed signals. You deserve more than a man who only values the physical side of you. Your worth is not measured by what you give him in the moment. Your worth is shown by how he treats you after the moment. A real man will not let you sit with doubt. He will not let you wonder what you mean to him. He will step up and clarify his intentions because he knows your heart deserves stability, not emotional chaos. He knows that intimacy without consistency becomes a source of pain. He understands that your trust is not something to play with. A man who is serious about you will not hide behind passion. He will communicate. He will show you through actions that he sees you as more than a temporary escape. He will invest in getting to know your mind and your feelings. He will show respect even when intimacy is not involved. He will demonstrate commitment through how he supports you, how he listens to you, and how he shows up for you. He will not reach for your body while refusing to reach for your life. A real man brings steadiness. He brings honesty. He brings maturity. The problem is many women ignore these signs because the physical moment feels powerful. You might assume that closeness means he cares. You might assume that passion means connection. You might assume that attention means intention. This is where heartbreak often begins. You have to evaluate a man's character outside the emotional intensity. You need to observe him during regular moments, how he talks to you, how he respects your boundaries, how he handles misunderstandings, how he responds when you ask for clarity. These things reveal more than any intimate moment ever will. A man's character is revealed through consistency. Anyone can be affectionate for a few minutes. Anyone can act sweet when they want something. Anyone can talk like they care when the mood is right. What matters is how he behaves on the days when nothing exciting is happening. A real man keeps the same energy. He does not only show up when it benefits him, he shows up because he values you. He understands that intimacy should strengthen a connection, not replace it. He knows that if he wants to be close to your body, he must also be willing to guard your heart. You have the right to expect responsibility. You have the right to protect your peace. You have the right to choose a man who brings clarity instead of confusion. Value yourself enough to recognize when a man's actions do not match the meaning you deserve. Value yourself enough to walk away from half effort. Value yourself enough to require honesty. A man who respects you will make the meaning behind his actions clear through how he treats you every day. He will not let intimacy become a source of uncertainty. He will treat you with the dignity you deserve. People need to understand that intimacy is not a shortcut to understanding someone's heart. Many women think the physical moment reveals the whole story, but a man's behavior outside that moment tells far more about who he is and what he wants. A lot of men grow up thinking physical closeness is a place where they can take without giving, enjoy without investing, and create connection without carrying any responsibility. That mindset causes confusion, disappointment, and emotional damage for women who enter the moment believing it holds deeper meaning. A man's true intentions become clear when the excitement fades. In those quiet minutes after the moment, the real truth appears. Does he still look at you with care? Does he talk to you with the same warmth? Does he treat you as someone he values or someone he simply passed time with? Many women ignore this part because they want the moment to mean something. They want to believe that closeness equals commitment. They hold on to the feeling instead of looking at the facts. The facts live in a man's consistency, not in his passion. Some men chase physical closeness because it hides all the things they are not ready to face. It is easier to be vulnerable physically than emotionally. It is easier to show desire than to show commitment. It is easier to reach for your body than to take the time to understand your soul. That is why you cannot let intimacy be the measurement of his intentions. A man can act loving during the moment because desire creates the illusion of closeness. The real test is how he treats you when he has nothing to gain. When a man is not serious about you, his behavior becomes predictable. He becomes present when he wants you and distant when you want him. He uses charm in the moment but avoids honest conversations. He keeps everything private, never letting the connection grow roots in the real world. He enjoys the benefits of closeness without offering the safety, clarity, or emotional support that should come with it. That type of man is not complicated. He is convenient. He is interested in the parts of you that require the least effort. When a man truly respects you, his behavior shifts. He understands that intimacy without emotional responsibility is careless. He knows your trust deserves protection. He knows your heart is not a toy. A real man will not enter your life, take what he wants, and vanish when things get deep. He will not hide behind passion or avoid accountability. He will not let you carry all the emotional weight while he enjoys the comfort of your openness. Instead, he will show that he understands the seriousness of the connection. He will put thought, intention, and honesty behind his actions. The real difference between a man who values you and a man who uses you is the way he acts when nothing physical is involved. Does he talk to you on normal days? Does he check on you because he cares, not because he wants something? Does he listen to your concerns? Does he treat you with respect even when emotions run high? These things reveal his character. These things show whether he wants a real bond or a temporary escape. A man who values you emotionally will protect your dignity. He will not allow you to feel confused or question your worth. He will be clear about who you are to him because he knows silence creates insecurity. He will put effort into understanding your world. He will show up with consistency because he knows love requires steady presence, not occasional affection. He understands that intimacy is meaningful only when matched with real commitment. Many women stay attached to men who give just enough attention to keep them hoping. They accept mixed signals because they want the relationship to work. They explain away disrespect. They blame themselves for his distance. They assume they need to try harder, love harder, or be more patient. The truth is simpler. A man who wants you will not put you in a position where you doubt his intention. A man who values you will not make you feel like you are asking for too much when you are asking for the basics. If he cannot give clarity, he does not want commitment. You must understand your value. You must know that your worth is not defined by who desires you, but by who respects you. A woman who knows her strength does not chase validation through physical closeness. She looks at a man's actions, she watches his patterns, she pays attention to how she feels around him. Peace is a sign of love. Confusion is a sign of imbalance. If a man creates chaos, he is not emotionally ready for the level of relationship you deserve. You deserve someone who does not only show up in private moments. You deserve someone who invests in your growth, your dreams, and your well-being. You deserve someone who stands beside you in public, speaks honestly in private, and supports you always. You deserve someone who honors your trust and recognizes your heart as something sacred. You deserve effort. You deserve commitment. You deserve clarity. A man who is ready for you will not reduce the connection to temporary moments. He will bring stability. He will offer honesty even when it is uncomfortable. He will show interest in your life beyond the physical. He will match his words with actions. He will treat the relationship as something to build, not something to visit when convenient. He will see intimacy as part of the bond, not the definition of it. You must hold yourself to a higher standard. Do not settle for crumbs when you deserve a full effort. Do not let the excitement of the moment blind you to the truth of the relationship. Do not chase a man who only shows up when it suits him. A man who does not honor you early will not honor you later. Your heart is too valuable to waste on someone who treats it lightly. A lot of people assume intimacy automatically means a man feels something deep, but that belief causes more heartbreak than anything else. You must understand that a man can share a moment with you and still not be ready for the emotional responsibility that should come with it. That is why you cannot let passion replace perception. The truth about a man is revealed in the quiet, ordinary moments when nothing physical is happening. That is where you see his intentions, his character, and his level of maturity. Many men are raised to believe that physical closeness is completely separate from emotional commitment. They see it as an experience, not a promise. They can enjoy affection without wanting connection. This is why so many women end up confused. The physical moment feels powerful, emotional, and meaningful, so you assume it must mean something to him too. The mistake is trusting the moment instead of the man. You have to study his behavior outside of passion because desire makes anyone look more affectionate than they really are. A man who is not serious about you will always reveal it through his inconsistency. He will show up strongly when he wants attention, then disappear when you want clarity. He will speak affectionately when he feels desire, then shut down when you ask emotional questions. He will treat the moment like a bond, but treat you afterward like an option. That kind of behavior is not deep. It is convenience. It is a man enjoying closeness without accepting any emotional responsibility. When he behaves like this, it is not because you are not enough. It is because he is not ready. Some men hide behind passion because they are afraid of real connection. They fear vulnerability. They fear commitment. They fear having to show up emotionally. So they give you the parts of themselves that cost them nothing. They offer attention in private, but no support in real life. They offer affection in the moment, but no direction afterward. This is why you must watch his patterns, not his passion. A grown man understands the weight of intimacy. He knows the moment affects emotions, trust, and expectations. He understands that closeness is not just an act, but a doorway to deeper connection, deeper conversation, and deeper responsibility. A mature man will not treat you like something temporary. He will think before acting. He will respect your heart even when emotions are high. He will understand that if he wants access to your most vulnerable parts, he must also accept the responsibility of being honest, clear, and consistent. The truth is, a man's intentions always show after the moment ends. How he talks to you, how he prioritizes you, how he respects you, how he responds when you need him, how he behaves when there is no excitement involved. All of these things tell the real story. A man who values you will still be warm, caring, and attentive when the moment is over. His tone will not shift. His attention will not vanish. His behavior will not become distant. He will not treat the physical connection as a substitute for real effort. Many women hold on to relationships where the man only gives the bare minimum. He gives just enough affection to keep you hoping, but never enough consistency to make you feel secure. He tells you what you want to hear in emotional moments, but avoids deeper conversations when they matter. He enjoys your presence, but does not plan a future. He enjoys your company, but does not support your growth. You cannot mistake effort in isolated moments for real commitment. A man who genuinely cares about you will not want you guessing. He will not let you sit in confusion or emotional uncertainty. He will be intentional with his actions. He will reach for your mind and your spirit just as much as he reaches for your affection. He will ask how you feel. He will check on your well-being. He will respect your boundaries. He will bring peace, not chaos. He will follow through on his words. He will make sure you know your value. A woman must remember her worth. You are not defined by who desires you, but by who respects you. You deserve a man whose actions match his words. You deserve someone who sees your heart, not just your body. You deserve someone who brings stability, not confusion. You deserve someone who tries, not someone who only shows up when he feels like it. Do not settle for a connection that only exists in private. Do not accept mixed signals as love. Do not let a temporary moment of closeness blind you to the permanent truth of his character. If he wants you in every way, he will show it consistently. If he values you, he will not risk losing you through disrespect or emotional neglect. If he is ready for you, he will step into the relationship with clarity, honesty, and maturity. Your heart is valuable. Your trust is valuable. Your emotional peace is valuable. Protect these things. Pay attention to the way a man shows up when there is nothing exciting happening. If his presence remains steady, his intentions are real. If his effort disappears when the moment ends, his intentions were never meaningful. You deserve a love that stays, not a moment that fades. There comes a point where you must stop judging a man by the intensity of the moment and start judging him by the quality of his behavior. Many women fall into the trap of giving emotional meaning to something that, for some men, carries no emotional depth at all. The moment feels powerful because you are emotionally present, mentally connected, and spiritually open. You feel the weight of it. You see it as a sign of trust and closeness. For you, it means something. The mistake is assuming the man feels the same without studying the way he treats you beyond that moment. A man's real truth shows up when he is not driven by desire. It shows up in the simple conversations. It shows up in the way he handles conflict. It shows up in his effort, his tone, and his ability to be reliable. Anyone can act loving for a few minutes. Consistency takes character. A man who is serious about you will not switch personalities once the moment ends. He will not go from affectionate to distant, warm to cold, present to missing. That shift tells you everything you need to know. It reveals who he is when the emotion is gone and responsibility appears. So many women ignore these signs because they want the moment to validate their hope. They want the closeness to prove the connection is real. They want the affection to promise commitment. The problem is that desire can imitate love. Passion can mimic sincerity. Affection can disguise inconsistent intentions. This is why you must watch his life patterns, not his emotional spikes. His character is not defined by what he does in one moment, but by how he treats you throughout all the others. A man who is not serious about you will not hide for long. His actions will expose him. He will avoid accountability. He will avoid deep conversations. He will avoid anything that requires him to show emotional maturity. He might enjoy your presence, but he will not work to keep it. He might speak sweetly in private, but he will not stand beside you in real life. He will create moments, but will not build a future. He will take comfort from your closeness, but offer no security for your heart. That type of man is not confused. He is comfortable. He enjoys the benefits of intimacy without paying the cost of commitment. A man who respects you sees intimacy differently. He understands it involves trust, vulnerability, and emotional exposure. He knows that sharing a moment with you carries weight. He knows it affects your expectations, hopes, and feelings. He understands that once he enters your emotional space, he is responsible for how he treats you afterward. A grown man does not run from that responsibility. He embraces it. He does not disappear. He does not get silent. He does not switch up. He remains consistent. He treats you with care, kindness, and honesty because he knows your heart is not something to take lightly. You can always tell when a man values your presence. He pays attention to your emotions. He checks on your well-being. He shows concern for your comfort. He communicates openly instead of leaving you guessing. He does not treat the moment as an isolated event. He sees it as part of a connection he wants to grow. He brings peace instead of confusion. He offers clarity instead of mixed signals. He acts like someone who wants to stay, not someone who wants a temporary escape. Many women spend months or even years holding on to men who only give partial effort. You convince yourself the situation will eventually turn into a relationship. You excuse his distance. You justify his inconsistency. You tell yourself he is complicated. In reality, he is simply not choosing you the way you deserve to be chosen. A man who wants you will remove doubt, not create it. He will not make you feel like you are asking for too much when you are just asking for respect. He will not treat you like an option while giving you the illusion of importance. You must stop letting temporary attention fool you into thinking you are receiving commitment. You must stop believing that emotional moments are proof of emotional investment. You must stop trying to build a relationship with someone who cannot show up for you outside of passion. Your heart is too valuable to waste on someone who does not honor it. Your time is too precious to spend hoping for a man to change when his behavior already shows the truth. You deserve a man who sees your worth clearly. You deserve someone who does not play with your emotions. You deserve someone who chooses you openly, consistently, and confidently. You deserve someone who sees intimacy as a privilege, not a casual activity. You deserve someone who understands that closeness without commitment can cause damage. You deserve someone who respects your vulnerability and protects your trust. When a man is truly ready for you, you will not have to decode his intentions. You will not have to chase him for clarity. You will not have to question where you stand. He will show you through his effort, his consistency, and his honesty. He will step forward, not backward. He will communicate, not disappear. He will pursue a future, not just moments. His behavior will match his words. His actions will match his promises. Your value is not measured by who desires you. It is measured by who respects you. Protect your peace. Protect your heart, protect your standards. If a man cannot offer consistency, he does not deserve closeness. If he cannot offer clarity, he does not deserve your vulnerability. If he cannot act right after the moment, he is not the one for you. A real man will show you his intentions long after the moment fades. He will prove his character in the ways that matter.